AVA Resort Cancun is a large family all-inclusive resort. In this video, I'm going to give you the highlights and some of the pros and cons. One of the pros is that it is close to the Cancun Airport.
Hi, I'm Angie, a travel agent who's personally visited over 200 all-inclusive resorts. I use my personal knowledge and expertise to help travelers like you make great decisions for their all-inclusive vacations. Email Angie at tripswithangie.com and ask about the current offer for YouTube subscribers.
The resort is split into two towers. The North Tower is closest to the family pool and kids club. The South Tower is closest to the adults only pool and the nightclub. We're going to start with the South Tower. So we're heading right from the lobby. We'll pass the main lobby bar. This is a lot of fun. It definitely has the Vegas feel. That can be a pro or con for some. If you are looking for a tropical jungle vibe, this is not it. But one thing AVA is consistently rated high for is their food. There are a number of fine dining options as well as casual options. The first step are the teppanyaki tables. You can make reservations in the app or before 4 p.m. on the day. Here's a crepe station. If the resort is at high occupancy, they add more of these pop-up dining options to make it easier to find something to eat. Now, if you don't want to sit down and order off a menu, there's a number of casual dining options. One of them is Aroma. This is modern after Starbucks. So this is where you'll get your included specialty coffee and some different snacks. This is the a la carte Mediterranean option. They really try to give each restaurant its own unique look and feel. The Escapeology escape rooms are an extra charge, $45 per person. The resort has a lot of these extra charge options, which is great if it's raining. The tasting room offers special tastings and special wine experiences as at an extra charge. And Chez Moi is the adults only French restaurant. You also have an adults only Asian restaurant called Bao. This is not teppanyaki. This is order off of a menu. So one of the cons is that a lot of the activities do have an extra charge, but some people just like the fact that they're there. One pro for me is that there's no buffet. The quick grab and go options are set up like a food hall. So it's prepared fresh for you. You just come to this food hall type area, check in. You can order from any of the different stations and stands. It's all included, but it's made fresh. You're not fighting through a big line at the buffet. You just go up, place your order, and grab it. The district has more international cuisine. We'll see in the North Tower, they have a slightly different vibe for their food hall there. There is a taco stand that is available throughout the day into the evening for those coming out of the nightclub. So here is Des. This is the nightclub. It is open until 2 a.m. each evening. Now, how active it is really depends on the guests. So if there's a lot of guests that are there to party, this will be more active. If it's a more sedate crowd, this won't be. Down below is a special grill and the adults only pool area. You can rent cabanas and bally beds for an extra charge. It has beautiful setup with a swim up bar. This is where kind of the beach club is. Underneath us is another restaurant. Heading back towards the main lobby, we're going to pass the gelato shop. They make all of their gelato in-house. They have a number of different flavors. Again, all of this is included. As we cross from the south lobby to the north lobby back by the lobby bar, one of the cons of this resort is the size in terms of how long it takes to get from one side of the resort to the other. The pro of having a resort this size is you have a lot of amenities, a lot of bars, a lot of restaurants, shops, and things to do. But one complaint is the amount of time it takes to get back and forth. Heading into the middle area here. So this is kind of the halfway point of the resort. This is where you're going to find the spa and fitness center. Spa services are an extra charge, but they do have hairstyling, beauty salon. They can do pedicures. They also have a hydrotherapy area. Right across from the spa is where you're going to find the fitness center. So large range of fitness programs. This is the bridge that goes across the huge lagoon. So this is a huge saltwater lagoon. Absolutely incredible. Look at that huge vacuum. You can kayak and paddleboard in here. And the reason why is because the beach is not great. The beach is very small and heavily eroded. Now we're heading into the North Tower. We're going to find more restaurants and fun options. So there's extra charge laser tag. You can also head into this beautiful bar. So this is the opposite of that like digital bar we saw earlier. There's a peek at the included alcohol. You I love the design of this with all of the green. Then here's another one of the restaurants that is open for breakfast. You have your arcade. It works like a standard arcade where you buy an extra charge, an F1 simulator for an extra charge, a bowling alley available for an extra charge. So you can see how some people do complain and feel a little bit like nickeled and dimed, but it is good to have those options. There's also a golf simulator available for $100. So lots of options if you're coming during a rainy time of year. Here's another teppanyaki restaurant. So there is one in each tower because this is such a popular dining experience for families. Also next door is going to be the theater. They have shows each evening with a family friendly early show. There's also a kids club. The kids club gets phenomenal reviews with lots of different types of activities for all age groups. You can see there's trampolines in there. The kids club is definitely a pro of this resort. It is constantly reviewed well. Heading down, we're going to find another bar option outside the theater. So this is where you would come to get a drink before or after the evening show. Here at the end of the North Tower area, we're going to find the other food hall, aka their equivalent of the buffet. Has slightly different themes, slightly different options. You check in, again, just walk up, order your food, and you can take it with you. Now we'll take a peek at the family pool. So this is all the way in the North Tower. Plenty of options, chairs, umbrellas for families to enjoy. You can see it's set up like an arrow pointing to the lagoon, which I think is fun. There's also cabanas and valley beds you can rent here. Let's take a peek at your standard rooms. This is your least expensive room at the resort. One pro here is that all of the rooms face the ocean. You'll have different views depending on your floor and whether or not parts of the resort or the palm trees get in the way, but you can have 2 beds or a king bed, and there are Pepsi products in the mini bar. One neat thing about the resort is that it is solar powered from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. each day. So that's fantastic. Another great room category is the family and friends sun deck suite. So let's take a look at that. You can see they have a couple extra snacks because it's a suite. It'll have the same mini bar. Inside, you have a similar bathroom setup than what we saw in the standard room, but you add a couch to the king bed setup, a table and 2 chairs. But here's where it really shines is this outdoor sun deck with a table and benches on either side, chaise loungers, and then this incredible soaking jacuzzi tub overlooking the family pool. So you can see the little splash park there that's available at the family pool. Heading downstairs, this is the other coffee shop. So both towers have their own coffee shop. And then this is the entrance to the convention center. So that was AVA Resort Cancun. Let me know what you thought. Here's some additional videos YouTube and I thought you might like.